I'm going to unbox the Craftsman chainsaw and get ready for use for the first time. Alright, so take out the box. Add properly mixed fuel, 50-to-1 ratio. Step 2, add bar and chain oil. Step 3, disengage the chain brake before starting, and always make sure to clean the air filter before use. Alright. Basically, your oil and gas mix is going to go here, that 50-to-1 ratio. We're going to put that in there. And once you're done using this, it's a good idea to drain this back out, because most of the time when I see issues with small engines, it's because the gas goes bad, and then people have trouble getting it to start, or it can clog other bits of the engine. So the biggest problem I always see is people will fill it up with gas, use it, leave it with old gas sitting there, and not use it for a year or two, come back to use it, it won't start. So the biggest problem, basically just drain out your equipment after use. If you're not going to use it for a long period of time. Here's where you have bar oil. So this is what actually helps to lubricate the chain. So basically, that is quite tight. So basically the bar needs oil or it'll burn itself up, and then you'll have to get a new bar for like 50 bucks or something like that. So we're going to put some oil in here. You can buy bar oil. I tend to just take the old oil that I had from my my oil changes from my car. As long as there's not like metal and stuff in it, it's fine. It's a good way to recycle it. Much nicer than my old chainsaw. Alright. So this is your brake, so if it goes forward, it'll shut off. If this is forward, this will immediately stop the blade from spinning. So the reason they have this is effectively so that when you're doing this, if this kicks back at you, it'll stop before it hits you with the chain, hopefully. We're going to prime this 10 times. Basically, you're just trying to get the fuel in the air to go through this. So I see fuel is in here, so we're good to go with that. So the other thing is, you're going to want to adjust the chain after it's been used for a little bit, because this is going to loosen up. Right now it's extremely tight. I want to make sure that it can rotate before I actually get started. But as it loosens up, if it gets too loose, it can come off of this and can fling back at you. So from a safety standpoint, make sure after this gets warmed up a little bit after use, adjust the chain for tension. So the way to adjust the chain tension is you can just turn this with a screwdriver, and that will help to adjust forward or back for tension. Effectively, I want to see that I can actually move the chain. So we've primed it, switch to on position. Generally, you'll pull out the choke. You're good to go. So if you do need to check the air filter, you can always take this off, clean out the air filter, So these are your air filters. Basically just wipe them off, and that's your spark plug. Alright, so we'll put that back on. Looks like we're good. I'm just gonna... Okay, it seems like it's getting lubricated. Good. Okay. And if you notice when I do that, I'm actually on the back of the tooth. Never do that to the front of the tooth because then it'll mess up the sharpness.